Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Flying and Eating. Today, let's go somewhere and do something, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey guys, it's Adam here. In the previous episode of Flying and Eating, we arrived in Tokyo, Japan, where Sunshine and I rolled with Joseph the Hard-Off Destroyer and his baby car. Now, the adventure can continue. Good morning, day, who knows. I'm standing here waiting for Sunshine. Oh, there he is. And we are checking out. We're heading down to... We're going to Osaka today?
I think so.
Yeah, we're heading to
Maybe
Osaka.
further, depending on how the day works out.
Yeah. My point is we're doing other parts of Japan that aren't just Yokohama and Tokyo. And we did the thing. We got a JR Pass. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the JR Pass. So that's the touristy thing that you can use. It only works on JR lines specifically, so not like every single train network. Keep that in mind. And it's only worth the money if you ride the Shinkansen, aka the bullet train, multiple times. It costs us a pretty penny. But gonna be worth it, because we're going to make it be worth it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about the Shinkansen like an airplane ride, it definitely makes sense. You would get, for 2 weeks, you can get unlimited plane rides, or train rides in this sense, all across the country.
Exactly. Imagine if you could pay an X amount of dollars and for 2 weeks you could fly any airline as much as you wanted. Just every day you could fly to a new place effectively for free. That's what the JR Pass is supposed to do, but again, it only applies to JR lines specifically. Okay, so after wandering around all over the place, we finally got our JR passes, which look like this now. And apparently they've kind of done a tap thing. It used to be like they took your passport and they stapled a piece of paper to it and you would just show a guy and he would wave you through. So we're going to see if this actually works any better.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes. Oh, all right, homie and I have arrived. Kyoto. And the first thing we do, 7-Eleven. I needed hot, like, this stuff's good. It's like hot lemon.
I can't get this man away from convenience.
Convenies are convenient! We're gonna go get yakiniku, though. You got a leaf of lettuce.
Yeah, some form of greens.
You just needed greens. So we got a couple of different wagyus. You cook them on there. We got small bowl rice. This is not a big meal. We're just kind of enjoying ourselves. And Coca-Cola. So they got a bunch of sauces here. Got garlic, lemon, mixed them together. And it was, you know, more yellow looking, but of course there's been meat in there. So, I am downtown in Kyoto. We're gonna go take a closer look at this thing. It's like a temple built in the 8th century. Sunshine, where is he? Well, he got distracted. Over there's gonna be a show with a monkey, and that was his priority. So this area, particularly this building, is referred to as the Toji Temple. As you can see, a lot of just people just hanging out, doing stuff. A lot of these older style Japanese buildings. The reason this is kind of a big deal is Kyoto is an interesting city because it wasn't really bombed during World War II. Largely because it was considered a historic city, very sacred to the Japanese, and even the Americans, even though we were their enemies at the time. We recognize that if you bomb all this stuff, you're not destroying anything other than trying to annihilate their culture. And that's when you get weird resistance movements that we didn't want to deal with. So as a result, a lot of this stuff still stands. Well, Sunshine didn't want to see the special tower thing, but the Sega Pluto did. Yeah, so this is a cool little area. Obviously, like I said, it gets to maintain a lot of its visage, but then if you look back there, you can see that tower, and that is a symbol of modern Kyoto. So across the street, we have found the Cafe Espresso. It is known for its bread and for its Colorado. So we've been riding this thing. It's been a lot of fun. We are now in Osaka, where we're not staying. I thought this was where the end goal was. It's not. We're going further. I used to spend a lot of time in Osaka. It's a really cool city. We will be back here. I will show you guys some stuff, but for now, yeah, we're just killing time. Sunshine's way down there, he's done. He's just relaxing. He's out. I figured I'd go hunting for snackies because I got this thing to feed, you know? So after wandering around all that time, what did I find? Fat people food. Yeah, Happy New Year cake. I don't know, whatever. I needed something. I come back and this guy's just eating ice cream.
Yeah, I got the popping shower.
The what?
Exactly.
The popping shower.
Yeah, it definitely isn't what you, like the other way.
Isn't that like, what's the word I'm thinking of? It starts with a P, I think.
Yeah.
Spumoni or something? I guess I wouldn't be starting with a P, but I swear that's a type of ice cream in the US, but it's got a totally different, like certainly we wouldn't call it popping shower.
Yeah, well it has Pop Rocks in it.
Okay.
So that was surprising on the first
All right,
try.
well.
It's just like, yeah. So it does live up to the name. It's a popping shower.
It is a popping shower. You would never know Baskin Robbins was an American company, would you? Yeah, what do you got here? You got, we make people happy. All right, so caramel ribbon, vanilla, cotton candy, very berry, chopped chocolate, orange sorbet. Yeah, there's popping, and then 3 helpings of popping shower. All right, they ain't playing. It's sold out.
There's a lot of people who want to pop and shout.
How did you get one then?
I mean, like there was only one of them, one of the three. That
Oh, I see. And all I got was this cake. So we've made it to Hiroshima, and we got it off at the main station, and they have these like tram deals, and we got on the wrong one, which is probably my fault.
Yeah, I mean, you're the one that decided to use the streetcars instead of the bus.
I thought it would be like a train. It is a train, but it's but you. So here's the pro tip. See that 6? Make sure you pay attention to that number. We needed the 1. We just hopped on a 5 because I don't know. Stupid. Baka Gaijin, what can I say? Okay, a little more situated now. My hotel. Sunshine's up in his room. He's not feeling great, so I think he's gonna rest for a bit. I'm gonna head over to, a book off because I'm looking for Vigi games. Doesn't matter for this video. I will show you more of Hiroshima or Hiroshima. Honestly, I don't know how to pronounce it. Soon, during the day. But for now, check this out. My first time ever here. I don't know if like the Christmas lights type thing is just because of the obvious holiday season in which I filmed this, or if they just like to do this in general. Either way, very good first impressions of the city of Hiroshima. I like it. I like it a lot. I like this view. See a little bit of the stars, see the moon out there, and you see the American Embassy Starbucks. This is not a joke, by the way. I don't even drink Starbucks that much. I know it seems like I do because I go to it in Japan a lot. Frankly, it's better here. But this is like a real travel tip. If you're ever in another country and you're like, you just need a break, if you need free bathrooms, you need Wi-Fi, you need water, whatever it is, even if you don't drink coffee, trust me, find yourself a Starbucks. It's a good, just rest here, weary traveler type of place. Did I travel back in time? Why is there a Kinko's? Those stopped existing like 20 years ago. FedEx bought them and turned them into FedEx Office. That's bizarre. It's cool though. He has emerged. It's food time. We were gonna get okonomiyaki, Hiroshima style, which is kind of the thing here. I've shown it to you guys in a previous video. They're full to capacity.
I mean, the izakayas are tiny, so they can fit like all of 5 people.
Yeah. So instead, what we're gonna do is namaste. We're getting Indian food because we like Indian food, and it's very good in Japan. And dude, we're hungry. What? You want us to go to Conveni again? Is that what you want? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what you want. Food has come. What did you end up with?
The mutton basmati rice dish, and then pathro, which looks like a naan but crispier. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he said it's sweet too. I vaguely remember that. I got rice. Plus, I got naan. This is coconut naan. This is like almost like a mutter paneer. That's more of a butter curry market. And then they just randomly threw in some chicken I didn't order, but I'll take it. So we just came out of Namaste. And before we talk about it, I think we forgot to tell you what we thought of the yakiniku place.
Yeah, we forgot about it because it was forgettable. Like, there was nothing interesting about it.
It was yakiniku next to a train station. It's fine. There's much better than yakiniku. This was pretty good. What'd you think?
Maybe because I'm sick, or just because I have an extremely high spice tolerance, but everything was kind of dry and not really spicy.
Dude, his spice tolerance is ridiculous. I feel like he could eat fire and not notice. Mine was quite good, but it was also, sweeter, which is what I'd wanted. It was coconut naan, it had a nice butter curry, it had Japanese sushi rice to go with it, which was... I was happy about that.
I don't know if I'd be happy about that one.
I was, but I really, really, really like sushi rice. The chicken, the tandoori chicken, I don't know why he threw that in there, but free tandoori chicken, whatever, all right. So I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best Indian food I've ever had, or even the best Indian food I've ever had in Japan, but I am satisfied.
Yep, yeah.
That's all you can go for. I'm good with that. Again, we did try to do the okonomiyaki, though. I swear, we did. We tried. See, this is the okonomiyaki place. This is what we want to do. You know what that says? They're full to capacity, and we're gaijin. We're not allowed in. Sadness. Ohayo gozaimasu. Look who has arisen.
Finally.
He's functional. All right, we're going to go over and show you some Hiroshima stuff. And we got to show you something a little bizarre. And normally we wouldn't put this out. This is like a trash heap. Can you explain why that's weird?
Yeah, I mean, this is Japan. Like, there's usually everything's perfectly clean. At least in Tokyo. Like, we're very far away from Tokyo at this point, so...
Yeah, this is outside the norm. Usually finding garbage cans is almost impossible. And trash dumps like that, it makes me feel American. And I don't like that. That shouldn't be like that. I'm sorry, Japan. Don't do that. Yeah, that was actually the first thing he said. I feel like I'm in New York. Walking around, we're on a bridge now in Hiroshima. On that side, you can see more of the city. as weird as it is to think, August 6, 1945, right about there is where the bomb detonated. Is that kind of surreal to you?
Yeah, it's harrowing.
It's yeah, it really is weird. So when you go past the bridge, you'll see this. This is called Peace Memorial Park, which it's obvious. The symbolism is really just, you know, from what happened here at the ends of the war and Japan just wanting peace from there on out. And they still retain that pacifist nation approach to things. And it's just a reminder of how potential war, how bad it can really be, and how we just kind of need to learn lessons from history. Around here, there are atomic museums and all sorts of things. Yeah, being here is surreal. That's really kind of the only way to put it. So right back there, you can see the dome that's famous for having survived the atomic bombings. And then here you have the Peace Arch and the Flame of Peace that are here in the park. Being here is very weird. And you even have a Japanese flag, which may not sound like a big deal, but the Japanese do not throw that out lightly. It's usually in very specific contexts. So they obviously, the dome thing's there, flame over here. We have more memorials, and yeah, of course, the iconic dome building, which we'll talk more about in a minute. That is, of course, the infamous one that survived the bombing. They actually have a picture over here of what it looked like originally. Right there. It was the Industrial Promotional Hall. An atomic bomb was set off very close to it, and that is what it looks like today, as a reminder of those events. It's also worth pointing out right there, that bridge, the I.O. bridge, that's actually where the bomb was intended to hit. However, it's slightly misfired due to winds, and it landed a little bit back there by some of those buildings. There's a plaque over there. We'll go check it out. The Sega Pluto has visited Hiroshima, the atomic bomb site, of course. So you guys can see the dome there. Over here, this is the bridge where they had intended to drop the bomb, where it was actually meant to hit, was right about there. It didn't, just due to winds again. It ended up over there, but surreal. So homie here makes a good point, and this kind of emphasizes that there's an alarm system in place so you don't enter it. The logistical nightmare it has to be to make a building that is designed not to work still have some measurement of functionality. You know, you have to like structurally maintain something that was literally hit by an atomic bomb, continue to endure. That's just got to be a horrific logistical nightmare. Check it out, dude. We have a bird that's defying the system. That bird says, I don't care, I'm going to be up there. So right here, you see that? About 600 meters in the air, about there, August 6, 1945 is where the bomb actually detonated. It's just marked by that little plaque. That's all. It's very subtle. So we just went through the Atomic Museum here in Hiroshima, and we were going to show you guys around a little bit. It is packed in there. It's basically because it costs 200 yen, which is what, like $1.50, if not less. So it's essentially a free museum. To the point where I was like, this is a fire hazard. I mean, it was cluttered. But a good museum, just way too many people in it. But
yeah, and too narrow passageways for that many people.
Yeah, I legit am going fire hazard. Like in the US, they'd shut this place down and be like, you got to change this. But whatever, it's important to go to. It's an interesting museum. It's got a lot of cool stuff to see. And if you're part of this, you want to see the whole Hiroshima thing, you should absolutely do it. Just be warned, it's packed. It is always packed. So I want to, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Neither of us ever really had any intentions of coming here. We usually come to Japan for the hard offs and the video games and stuff. But we just felt like doing this, and I'm curious what you think about it.
Yeah, no, it's a surprising. Well, I wouldn't say it's surprising at this point, right? It's been so long, but it is very welcoming to Westerners and everyone else. More as a monument of peace than anything in remembrance. It wasn't so much that we felt out of place here, as it were.
Yeah, I agree. I always kind of felt like this is a place where I really just shouldn't go, given that I'm an American and we obviously did this. But at the same time, it wasn't us. It was you know what we're trying to say. But he's absolutely right. The vibe here is like, this is the whole point, is let's learn lessons from this for the sake of the betterment of humanity. And it's very inviting on that basis. English is everywhere, just to make sure that everybody can understand this. And on the flip side, by the way, I've been to Hawaii, I've been to Pearl Harbor. It's the same thing. They put Japanese everywhere for the exact same reason. Let's learn from the tragedies of history to avoid them. So we're hungry. We were gonna do some okonomiyaki again because it's Hiroshima. Lines out the door at every single one of these places. It's very good stuff. I've had it, just not here. That would have been nice. Not happening. We got a time crunch situation. We're gonna have to settle for Lawson. Everything's packed. It's out of control. I promise you, at some point in this video or series of videos, there will actually be Japanese food. All right, I ended up with Lawson's like fried chicken, like lemon flavored ones, and then a chocolate crepe. You got what?
That's like a shrimp nigiri type thing.
That actually looks pretty good.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Also fried chicken. Fanta / mellow yellow.
There's a combo one?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I should have got that. We are now leaving Hiroshima. Sunshine's down there because he reserved a seat because he's smart. And he also didn't tell me he was doing that, so they're out of seats. So I have to do in the non-reserved seats once it's available, which is fine. We're going down to another town called Kokura, and we'll explain why when we get there. So I couldn't get a seat, which is fine. So I have my own little compartment here. So I am now officially in my hotel room here in Kokura. This is a much nicer room. These were crazy cheap too. The room next door is Sunshine. Let's see if he hears us. Yeah, I can hear him. I doubt you can hear him. Anyway, I'm just trying to annoy him. Now, so what we're doing, decompressing, we're going to go out and do stuff. This is a good opportunity to talk about this, though. So we are now actually in Kyushu, which is an island. So Japan's obviously a series of islands. There's like 4 big ones. Most of the time, if you're in Osaka or Tokyo, or like you're in the primary part of Japan, you're on an island called Honshu. This is a different one called Kyushu. It's like right over the border. It's my first time ever being down here. It's also what you would consider the southern prefectures, which is... Kyushu's kind of the end of the line for Baka Gaijin tourist compatibility, really. So yeah, here we are. We decided to make it base camp for that reason. But you do start noticing certain differences. So one of them that should be a little more obvious is the power outlets. This is your standard Japanese power outlet. It's like the US and Canada, except it doesn't have the ground, namely, the third rung there. What I've noticed over the past couple of years, if you're in Tokyo especially, they don't even care. They always have like the ground available now just to deal with us. So this is still the situation where you need the adapter. Now, if you're from Europe, you're going to have other problems, but at least if you're an American or Canadian, this is a simple enough process. How you feel now that you've been to Kyushu?
I mean, we're just barely in Kyushu, so...
He keeps saying this. We are here. This is a border, man. What's wrong with you?
It's not an internet. Like, it's barely even... Well, I guess it is. We've gone through so many, like...
Prefectures?
Yes. At this point, like, it feels like nothing.
That's right. That's called being an international traveler. It's all nothing. You don't even care anymore. You know that vibe you get when you cross the border in another country and you feel like weird? That's dead to me. It's been dead to me for years. It sucks.
It's like we went through the prefectures in like a minute, on the Shinkansen. It goes 300 miles an hour or whatever.
Yeah, I will admit, the Shinkansen, baller. So we didn't film it, and I'm sorry for that. We just walked through. Google Maps is telling us how to get to something we're trying to get to, and we're just walking through. And there's these guys standing outside constantly trying to talk to people. And we're looking, there's a lot of girly pictures around. And then went, red light district. But they didn't try to talk to us. So why are we in Kokura? I wanted to show you this. Kokura Castle. Now this isn't obviously an older element of Japan. But one of the coolest things, the reason we thought it'd be kind of interesting to go here, because we were in Hiroshima earlier. Do you know why we're here? He knows why we're here. So this is a little fun fact of history here. This was actually the target city for the second bomb, the one that ultimately hits Nagasaki. Originally, the U.S. Air Force intended to drop it here, but due to weather conditions, that proved impossible, so their backup target was Nagasaki. So Kokura is the only city in the history of the world that somebody deliberately tried to drop a nuclear weapon on, and it just didn't work out. So there's actually a phrase called Kokura's luck, which is a reference to that. Sunshine's right there buying meat on a stick. So, first vibe of this place, I know a lot of tourists like to go to Kyoto. That's like the definitive like white people tourist Japan city where you think, oh, it's not Tokyo or Osaka, so it's going to be like special. No. This place is really cool. Kokura, like we've only been here a little bit and we're already like, this is way better than Kyoto. Let me check it out. We got ponds and fish in there. Not koi. I forget what it's called. I'm not smart enough to know. But I'm just telling you, the vibe here, pretty cool. But that said, if you're afraid of meat on a stick, they still got your Starbucks. You'll be all right. So the man here has not been super excited most of this trip because he's been tired, But he just lost his collective over something. You want to see? What are we looking at that you like so much?
We got Che Guevara, right?
It's Cubano.
Yes, that is indeed correct.
Yeah! He's super happy. He claims not to be a communist, but if I recall correctly, in Portland you bought a game called...
Oh, wait.
Communist Space Mutants.
Oh, yes. Communist Mutants from Outer Space.
It is meat stick time. Meat stick. Thanks for the meat stick. Goichi-sama-deshita. He didn't make it, but I'm still thanking him. This is a damn good meat stick. This is really good. Well done. Homie knew it was up. Well, we found a leprechaun frozen in carbonite. That's kind of interesting. Behold, the lamest transformer ever. He turns into a Rubik's Cube. Okay, we finally want to get some Japanese food. So we're going to check this out. Looks kind of good. Kind of does like everything. Plus our hotel's right there. And we're very tired and old. Well, he's not old, but you'll get old. It sucks. You're what?
I'm just sick.
He's sick and I'm old. Let's eat. Japanese French fries are always bizarre. I mean, like, they translate it as old-fashioned fried potatoes. So we're in this restaurant that looks very formal, but when you look at the variety of the menu, this is like a Japanese Denny's. They just kind of do everything. And they got tablets that are in English.
Yeah, it seems more like a bar.
Yeah.
Like a TGI Fridays.
There you go. That's probably a better way of putting it. I didn't mean to insult this place by comparing it to Denny's. So these are the following conditions in which you shouldn't drink. If you're under 20, if you operate vehicles, if you're pregnant, if you're wielding a baby, if you're already drunk, if you're considering drinking, if you really don't want to drink, or if you're dead. All right, we actually got Japanese food. It's called sushi. Have you ever tried sushi before? No, for real though, this looks good. It's just like a platter spread, various salmon, tuna, I think sashimi, yeah, that's octopus. And I think that's basically tuna tartare, so it's like, you know, pureed tuna. Enjoy. We also got this, which is basically fried flounder, so fish sticks, more or less. And as a bonus, you got a shot of sake.
Yeah, they give you a free one for being a tourist. So
yeah, which, yeah, that's pretty cool. You could also tell that doesn't happen very often because I literally had to take a photo of it and like show it to them, and they were like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then the guy goes in the back, goes back for, oh yeah, that's right, we do that. They come back, so there you go, enjoy. So we just came out of here. It was fine. Sushi was fine. A Japanese TGI Fridays. It really, yeah, it's fine. Lots of walking and activity happened today. This is my treat to myself. A crunch chocolate pie cream puff. Bring it on. And that'll do it for part 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys could please stay tuned to part 3, we're going to check out Nagasaki, which was kind of an obvious follow-up to this particular video. We'll explore all the history there, etc., and explore the things, show you food, you know, the normal stuff. But yeah, in the meantime, do me a favor, please like this video, comment down below, subscribe if you've never done that before, as well as check out all the social media stuff in the description: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Discord, Patreon, Spreadshirt, etc. I appreciate the support on all those platforms. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all later.